Dreadlocs History PT 2.
What's up? This is Dreadlocs History Part 2. So I'm going to give you a little history about the Coral Garden Massacre. Alright, so in Jamaica, there was a movement in the early 60s, well 50s to 60s, that was like shortly after slavery ended. And people started to realize themselves again. So what happened was, after slavery, everybody get freed and whatever, but whoever wanted to continue to work were allowed to work for stipends, well, for money, for a little bit of money, basically. Kind of still slavery, but whoever wanted to stay in the working industry were allowed to stay in order to earn an income. Some of the people they never want to work because remember slavery just had done, and working wasn't a choice by black people. Working wasn't a choice by the enslaved. The colonizers forced work on most of us. So when we got freedom, many of us linked up with the free people of the island in Jamaica. The free people were the Maroons. They were the Taino people. So to all who thought that the Taino people were extinct, they weren't extinct. The Taino people were the ones who showed the Maroons how to live. When the Maroons escaped the plantation, they went in the hills and they saw that free people were in the hills, the Taino people. So the Taino people showed them how to live, reminded them of themselves and all of that. The Taino people were very spiritual people, guys. So they reminded the melanated escaped slave that they remind them of their power, and that was the duty of the Tainos. So even the power of dreadlocks, the Tainos reminded the other black people about the power of hair and told them that they were supposed to grow their hair. The Tainos were perfect trackers. They knew the land, they had knowledge of plants, they were shamanic, they were very spiritual people, they were very powerful people. That's why the colonizers couldn't enslave them when they came to Jamaica. They saw that people were in Jamaica, but they couldn't enslave the people that were in Jamaica, which were the Tainos. They were very powerful and noble people. And they followed very extreme spiritual laws, which caused the colonizers not to be able to mess with them. So then we have to go back to Africa now, go get people, some of the tribe them whenever that advance, and bring them over here for the slavery business. So the Coral Garden Massacre, I think we're St. James, in a Coral Garden. Some whole heap of Rastaman, whole heap of guys with dreadlocks, they rise up and start a movement called Rastafari. And the government at the time sent out a literal hit on them, saying bringing all men with dreadlocks, men and women with dreadlocks, dead or alive. And many of the people today don't really understand why that happened. A lot of people think that it's because the man them a follow Selassie and because it's wrong, that's why them put out a hit on dreadlocks people. That's not the reason why, guys. The government is way smarter than that. The government don't really care about which religion you follow. The thing is, when the people who are in control of this matrix realize the power of dreadlocks, and if you have a certain group of people just start grow them here right after slavery. First thing first, the sign of a man growing out his hair is a sign that he's a free man. He cannot be enslaved anymore. The first sign of slavery is the cutting of your hair. That is the first sign of slavery. So in order for a man to enslave you, you have to cut your hair, because cutting your hair makes you more submissive. It makes you not really ask much questions. But the more you grow out your hair, the more you connect to your spirit, you get more inquisitive. You're literally going at the born again feel, like what the Bible talk about. You become like a child, you become more inquisitive, you want to learn more and stuff, and that is the natural state that a melanated human being is supposed to be in. You're supposed to be naturally inquisitive. So they sent out a hit now, say bringing all dreadlocks people dead or alive, and the government went and a lot of dreadlocks people died. And people up till today don't really understand the root cause of that whole massacre. It was because, the Queen of England at the time heard that the men were growing back their hair, the people were growing back their hair. And she, the Queen, the noble people, the colonizers, they understand everything about you. That's the only way a man can enslave you. He have to know about you. So they have knowledge of things that make us function more optimal, which number one thing will make a black man function more optimal is him hair. That's why them fight against dreadlocks so much, guys. It's not not more unkempt. No, it's a power. It is a spiritual power. Dreadlocks give. It's a type of resilience. It's a type of self-sovereignty mindset where dreadlocks give. Make them fight against it. You know. So yes, so they sent out a hit, and them actually kill off enough dreadlocks people due to the fact say, you know, them realize that the population will get more powerful. You know, the dreadlocks movement was taking over, and if they never come with such a scary thing, lots more dreadlocks people would still be in Jamaica right now. Probably all of Jamaica would have dreadlocks. But because them come with the look of fear-based thing, and a lot of people were scared because when I tell you, people that day, people were dying, so they would have to come with that extreme method of making the people scared to cut them hair. So if hair was just cosmetic and if hair was just hair, why it was so hard to make people scared to cut them hair? You know, so there's a deeper purpose to hair than just cosmetic. You know, hair holds spiritual values and properties and what heap other things it do for your body, guys. It literally connects you to your true self. Here, growing out your hair connects you to your intuition. That's why I see them always talk about woman's intuition, so woman's intuition always right. It's because most of the time women always have them hair. And most of the time men cut them hair from them young. So it is strategically designed that way because when a male grows him hair, it's way more powerful. You know? Females with hair are powerful, yes, but when a male grows him hair, him literally connect to him divine feminine side, which is one of the most potent form of energy in the universe. So if you think masculine energy powerful, guys, masculine energy isn't as powerful as feminine energy. Feminine energy is the creative energy. Feminine energy is the nurturing energy. It is the energy of creation. That's where everything is created in the feminine, not the masculine. That's why you see the female have carry the baby for 9 months. So in the feminine, everything, most of the development, most of the life process takes place. You get what I say? So here connects it to your divine feminine, hair and beard and them something. So now I understand why in this time them pressure man so much to cut them hair, them teeth with the hair dreadlocks. It's because them know the power. So that is part 2, guys, of Dreadlocks history. Big up.